Hello, my name is Saryn. This is my new video about Warframe. Well, I decided today to make a video about the Viver Interception. It is a subject in these past days. Well, I have a personal opinion about that mission. To me, it's a broken mission. It's true that you are gaining lots of syndicate XP, but it doesn't nullify the fact that the mission is broken. I would understand that kind of spawn at wave 4, wave 5, 6, 7, not at wave 1, but well, it's better to show. I'm going to take the Raska Kubro because it is a big help. I'm with Saryn with a heavy build. Grakat as my primary, Yakbolt was my secondary, and Shindo was my melee. I only use melee in last resource because, well, we are constantly overrun by enemies, and this interception works a little different from the other, and I'm going to explain why. Okay, this interception works very different from the other one because here, the first thing you have to do is to gain advantage. Don't lose time breaking things or other things that you do in the older one, because that time you will going to need it, since the points are very near their spawn, so you must capture at least 2-3 points to give you a brief way advantage over the enemy. And then your first priority is, when the enemy caps a point, it's not to cap that point back, it's to nullify their advantage. You don't need to cap the point, you just need to nullify their advantage. And if there are lots of enemies, like I'm going to do now, okay, I'm going to cap this one now, I'm going to the other, but I'm not going to cap it. This starts very confusing, lots of enemies, so I'm not going to cap this point, I'm going to neutralize it, and now I'm going to cap this tower. Why I'm doing this? Because if it is neutral, the enemy doesn't gain points and you are gaining points of advantage, and sometimes it's a normal mistake. The mistake we make is trying to cap one point, and trying to cap one point the enemy caps lots of points and they begin to gain advantage. It works very different from the other, because in the other I would cap the point until the end. Now unless of course I'm in total control, now I'm going to cap the point. But if I don't have all the points in my post, so I'm going to only nullify, because the objective is for the EA doesn't gain points with that specific tower. Of course, 4 rounds in this interception takes a lot longer than the older one, because, well, the older one most of the time you could even make 100% against 0 from the enemy. Now it's possible, but it's very difficult because they are capping towers all the time. As you see, they cap other towers, so now I'm not going to cap this one, I'm going to left it neutral, and I'm going to cap this one. It is a simple concept, and you can maintain the advantage without exposing yourself to gunfire. Now I'm going to cap the tower.
We have lost control of a tower. We have control of all 4 towers.
I usually camp at one of the borders because, well, they spawn more in these borders. The problem in this mission is the number of enemies, and don't forget that this is round 1. This is not round 4, not round 5. This is round 1, and I think that is the main problem with this mission. It's not the difficulty of the enemies. The problem is the number of enemies that the game throw at you right from the start, which make the mission, of course, more hard than it was before. Because the enemies are also stronger than they were in the older Viver mission. But this is not a problem of this mission, this is a problem of this tile set. And you can do this when you catch this tile set in Mars Interception. You can do exactly the same that people are doing with Trinity and Mag, because this is a problem of this set, it's not this mission specifically. Here you always get this tile set, is the difference, because it is not random. Well, before I kill the last enemy I need energy, so I'm going to refill my energy, because this is something that we need. Okay, it's enough. Okay, round 1, it's complete.
You stay or go. Try and capture another signal. Be careful though. The enemy has surely routed stronger reinforcements. Walkers incoming. Tower online.
I usually do the same as in the older one. I choose a hoarder and try to stay with that. Okay, I have 4 towers. Now I'm going to stay here because I always stay in one of the far part of the map, usually this one or the other one, and I'll wait for the enemy. They usually concentrate themselves in the middle of the map. That's why I find this sometimes hilarious, because when you have to go to a point, you see the middle of the map and there are so many enemies that is almost laughable. Okay, I'm going to return to my position. And always wait for the EA move. They move, I'll move accordingly, and I usually do the 4 waves. It usually drop the key at 4 waves. We have to be careful because sometimes the game spawn enemies here. That's why I always stay on the border of the map, because they spawn here, but they also spawn
We have lost control of a tower.
over there.
We are in total control. Keep fighting. Tower lost.
Okay, now I'm going to the far. It's the middle. Okay, I'm going to change to my primary. I only had an issue in my last game in PUG because, well, I was with the hack shotgun. I was leveling. I made some changes in the weapon, so I was leveling, and well, everyone bailed out at the end of round 1. So thank God I had Acapulco as my secondary. So I was able to reach to the round 4 and get my key. But if I was with other secondary that wasn't quick, I would have lots of issues to complete, because the game throws so many enemies against you that you have to be quick to take them down. Even that you use a heavy build, you have to be quick to drop them, because, well, they do a lots of damage. So
I have detected another message incoming. Capture and decode the signal.
okay, I'm going to do the same way. Exactly, it's that tower, this tower. Now from here I drop to that one and go cap the last one.
You have captured a
It's always the same route.
The enemy
I
has captured a tower.
usually do this. Now I'm going to cap this one because, well,
Tower online.
it's all neutral, so I'm not going to come right over here, but I was saying Raska is a big help because, well, you have moments that the game spawn enemies. It's usually on the other spawn because there's a lot of enemies, and the whole of the Raska is a big help to make them ignore you. So that's why I bring him. I usually bring the Raska for this kind of mission, endless missions like excavation, survival, interception.
We are in total control. We have lost control of the tower. We have control of all 4 towers.
Okay. I think this mission is just a matter of perception, awareness of the battlefield, but you also have to be quick, of course. I'm not going to say that it's easy because it's not easy, but it's also not that hard. We just have to find a way to better organize the way we play and then follow that line. Until the end. And one thing that I say that is very important is the neutralized points. That is very important, because if you lose too much time capping a point, the enemy captures all the points very quickly. So when you have more than one point capped by the enemy, don't try to cap the point. Try to neutralize the points and cap the last one, and then come back to cap the point that you neutralized. Wow. Well. Okay. Let me see how much ammo I have in my primary. Oh, I have almost no ammo in my primary, so I'm going to refill. I'm going to refill my ammo because I will need my primary weapon in this last round, so before I going to kill them. One thing that I was saying that is laughable with this mission is that they concentrate themselves in the middle of the map, so it's the worst place to be when you are playing alone. That's why I always stay in one of their spawn points, or usually in that way or that, but never in the middle.
Are you willing to stay and decode more messages?
This is the route that I dislike more, because it is the other way around from the one I usually do. It's because in the other one I jump from here, and from here I have to go up the stairs, and I lose much more time than the other way around. That's why I usually prefer to stay on that side. This is the most important thing, is define your advantage, and then you just have to control the pace of the game. Even if the EA capture 2 targets at the same time, don't panic, because, well, you just have to go, neutralize one and cap the other. Never try to cap the first one, because you will lose too much time. And well, now I'm going to do this. To see if the game... it doesn't... they put me here. I usually... I can't believe it. I can revive him with so many enemies around. I usually go a little bit from the enemies, and the game spawn my Kubro near me, so I'm able to revive him without exposing myself to gunfire. As you saw, my Kubro dropped it right there. He was surrounded by enemies, so I ran it away from here, and the game spawned my Kubro here, so I was able to revive him. Well, now they capped it 2 points, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to neutralize this point, but I'm not going to cap it. Now I'm going to cap this one, and then I'm going to cap the other one. Right now I'm not going to cap the other one because I'm going to neutralize that one. It's because if the point is neutral, the enemy have to cap the point again to gain points. So that's why I neutralize the point only. It's not a difficult concept, and you just have to decide at the time. If the enemy have 2 points, it's better to neutralize one and cap the other. If the enemy only have 1 point, you cap the point until the end. It's better because that way you don't risk it, the enemy to put your advantage in danger. I'm going to pick up
This tower powers now. The enemy has captured a tower.
This is a always moving type of game. Well, now I'm going to cap it because I'm almost at the end, so there's no worry. So I cap it the point, but I usually neutralize and cap the other one.
Allow the enemy to learn of our espionage. Personnel.
Well, let's see if I have luck with the survival key. Now I'm going to farm the map,
Planning Tenno.
because the time you lose at start destroying the containers, you will need that time later, because the enemies are very quick to cap points. And there is something very funny in the mission. If they cap 2 points and you don't neutralize them, they cap all the points very, very quickly. But if you don't let them cap 2 points, you have almost a game very, very controlled, and you are almost never in danger of losing the mission. People can say whatever they want, but this is a broken mission, and they can even let the mission stay this way. But it's a shame because, well, it was a very, very interesting mission, and it was always easy to find games here, and you come here farming keys and whatnot. And now I find, oh, it didn't give me a key. Well, I'm going to make one more round.
I have detected another message in
Well, I was expecting to end the game, so
heavy robotic signature detected. Lock and load.
I'm going to do this one.
You have captured a radio tower.
Like I was saying, it is a shame because this was a mission, a easy mission to farm keys. You always found people playing here, and now most of the people bail out at the end of round 1. It's not always. Today was one of those days. I wasn't able to. Well, my last game, it was me that lost connection. It was different because, well, I ended up alone, but it was. I found very weird that 3 players had disconnected the 3 at the same time. The problem was me. I was the host. I had the issue with my connection, so I got disconnected. But the other games I ended up alone because people bailed out at the end of round 1. And it's a shame because, well, not everyone likes to play. This is how should I say? This is a very quick game. You have to move from one side to the other. The enemy does a lots of damage, and you have to be quick to kill them. And I'm using a heavy build. I'm using steel fiber and Viver. So it's kind of it protects you, but it doesn't give you immunity, because if you let them fire too much against your frame, you're still going down like you weren't using the cards, because the cards is to buff your stats a little bit, but it doesn't make you invincible. Okay, if the key doesn't drop now, I'm going to bail out because, well, I already give it my opinion about this mission. I think it's too much effort for one key. And that is what sometimes people don't understand. And I'm speaking myself and some of my friends that already talked about some missions like Uranus Interception. The fact that we say the mission is too hard, we are not saying that we can't do the mission. The fact that you do a mission doesn't nullify the fact that the mission is too hard. And it doesn't compensate the effort you make to do that mission, because that mission isn't balanced with the others. That is simply something that we can't forget. Doesn't matter if we do alone, with friends. That's not the point. And people usually, when they do something, well, if I do, it's fine. Okay, now I'm going to bail out. I hope you give me a key now. Ah, trick mag. Good. Well, I'm going to extract. This is even worse, Tech. You don't have a guaranteed key at wave 4, so it's even more frustrated. Okay, it's all for this video. I hope this mission get balanced. I'm also farming for Syndicate, and I prefer to have a more balanced game and have to farm a little more to get the Syndicate standing points than have a broken mission that give me all the points I need in 3 days. It's a matter of opinion, and I have no issues if the mission continues this way. But it's a shame because I like it to play this mission. I like it to play in Pugs games because not always my friends are online, and as you saw, this is too much effort for a key for a solo player, unless of course you are in need of the key and you don't have more and you don't have other way to get it. It's the only way, but I hope that DA in fact balanced this mission, because the way it is now it's a little broken. Okay, it's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Until the next video, see you around.